everyone, welcome back to J Journeys. Today I am so happy and honoured to have a special guest on the channel in the form of Kristina Kumlin, a devoted, highly experienced yoga teacher and yogi for more than 2 decades, with a past as a high fashion model, born in Thailand but originally Swedish, did fashion, acting, and is now an author and a teacher of Kundalini Yoga, quantum breath, and all the sorts of modalities. So it's so fun to have you here and dive a bit deeper into your journey through life, to where you are today, the inner journey that you've been on, but also motherhood and all the other themes that you've encountered during the way. So thank you so much for being here and taking the time. I'm very honoured that you have made it here and that we can see each other in person as well. So thank you. And
Thank you.
I just covered a few bits and pieces, but please introduce yourself a bit further.
Oh, wow. Well, first of all, thank you for that introduction. I'm very, wow, you really made your research. Well, yeah, no, I mean, I don't know what to say after this introduction because there's nothing more to say, really. So what's the first question?
Sometimes I want to do people justice in that we're not only the titles and what we do as our profession and what we've done in the past, it's like we're so much more than that. So I don't also want to like minimize people into a few boxes because that's what I can sort them into. But I guess that you have many parts of your story that are fascinating, and I think we'll just start with Kristina and Paris because you moved there young to model. And you did shows for like Bulgari and high fashion brands, and you were in the midst of it all. I guess it was kind of the cocaine ship era back then, and the one thing led to the next, and suddenly you were addicted to cocaine.
Yeah, to drugs.
Yeah, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, and I guess what I'd like to start with, because what I find interesting about that journey of recovery and rehab and getting out on the other side is what was your rock bottom and what gave you the strength and the courage to actually, I guess, face your demons, or I don't know, because we get into addictive patterns out of like, oh, maybe you have insecurities, or maybe you have traumas, or maybe you're running away from something and whatever. But to actually face it first on, you need a lot of courage and a lot of strength, because hitting that darkness is overwhelming, I guess. So what would you say what gave you the permission to yourself, I guess, or the self-love or the self-respect to actually make some changes?
Well, I kind of knew that there was something wrong with me when I liked myself when I was under substance, and I hated myself when I wasn't. And I had 2 split personalities. So that was what and it kind of also became that physically.
Yeah.
So when I was on drugs, I physically was, because I did a lot of gyms at the time, and so I morphed physically. So it became very physical, psychological. So I said, okay, how do I get these 2 together? How do I love the 2 of me without any substance? That was my urge. That was what made me go, okay. And it's all about inspiration, right? It's like, okay, how can I get out of this? It's like, it's always trying to find, not being a victim of whatever's happening to you, and oh, look what happened to me, or look, I'm a fucking loser. But to actually be like, okay, how can I make this better? How interesting. I'm 2 people. I hate one of them. So that was my search. Yeah. And I knew that the day I love myself completely, that's the day I'm good. So that was a journey. It took a long time.
Yeah. Wow, that's interesting, because I guess as a model as well, there is a lot of external pressure on you. You recently, we'll get into that later on, but you've written a book, soon be available in English too, guys, called I'm Ugly.
Ugly Me.
Ugly Me. And I guess that adds another dimension. Like, it's one thing of not having enough like self-love, not taking decisions that support your highest self, but it's even more to be under the pressure of being beautiful or being a certain person towards others. And I guess also this was like modeling pre-Me Too, and I guess there was, you're a toy in maybe a man's show or production in some ways. I don't know, but I could assume. What would you say then, like, because I guess there's many parallel tracks in your journey, but how has your approach to beauty and to your physical appearance evolved and changed through like the yoga and the inner path?
Well, the thing is, the ugly me, I'm ugly in Swedish, ugly me, whatever, but it's like this ugly thing is there's so many people asking me, why do I name it that way? And there's so many different ways you name it, because it's like, yes, I'm ugly, it's like, leave me alone, I'm ugly. Nobody likes ugly people. But that's just the fun part. But the one that really resonates with me is that side of me that I didn't want to look at. The side that I didn't like when I wasn't on stone. That was the side that was ugly. And it was my truth.
Yeah.
That was like, hello, you're doing something wrong. I'm like, ugly. I don't want to look at it. So that's really why it's called ugly women, because it's like, it's that truth knocking on the door. You're not going the right path here. Yeah. And then you have to look at it, you know, like even if you have a friend, for example, and you know that this friend is with a bad guy.
Yeah.
This friend doesn't want to see you because she's going to,
call her out.
Yeah, exactly. So it's that kind of feeling.
Yeah.
But so I believe that, I know it's a cliche to say that beauty comes from within. But when you really love yourself, you don't freaking care how you look like, honestly, because you want to look good for yourself. You don't want to always, when I was in that world, it's like you're always being judged. And so you're always looking at yourself through other people's eyes, through the outside world. And I think it's more than that than ever today. Yeah. And so it's just so nice to just know that, wow. To remind yourself, like, why am I doing this? Why am I buying this red t-shirt? Is it because I like the color red, or is it because I'm going to look cool because it's like the new high fashion color of this year? Like, So that's how I figured out, like, okay, the more I go in and be honest with myself and have a conversation with myself, the more beautiful I will feel. The more happy I will feel, the more I will ignite in my eyes, and I will look at myself in the eyes and go, whoa, I look happy.
Yeah, and being proud of who you are as well. I think wear your heart on your sleeve and show up for yourself. That feels like a self-respect and a way of being that shifts. It doesn't really matter about the physical look, because that's the whole body language for someone that loves themselves. It's like and gravitates towards it. Yeah. And I think as well, I think it's Rumi or someone that says like the only lasting beauty is the beauty of the heart as well. And it's like everything else it will vanish anyway. So
one of my yogis said, you haven't put in, no, what does it say? Smile is your best makeup. Yeah, you don't have makeup, just smile.
It's happiness is also like this. Well, because that's also about like facing your shadows, I guess. I saw this beautiful video, or someone posted it, a teacher actually, Faye, who's been on the channel, where there's this skeleton. It's like you are a skeleton, and this is when you're in your darkness, and the skeleton is like suffering, and it's like, and then you start to realize that if you merge like the younger you with the skeleton, and the younger you, the pure part of you, and the honest and the like innocent and naive and just we're very unconditioned, right, when we're younger. And it shows how, I can't explain it, maybe I can link it, but the skeleton and the younger you, when they kind of marry and accept each other and look at each other and you hold yourself, then a lot of healing happens, and then skeleton like starts to not be an ugly dark skeleton, and it's like this kind of bringing yourself into balance and merging the younger true you, because often we're in our truth when we're younger, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's like kind of holding the hand of that person, and then suddenly you connect. And I thought that was quite like visually, I was like, that's kind of how it works. Face your shadow, like hold your younger self in the hand and like bridge yourself. I guess as well with your journey, then you talked about having two parts of you, and that's one thing that I can resonate with, being like different persons in different rooms, maybe, or people pleasing, or being a chameleon, and the more you can kind of become whole on the inside through, like, for example, yoga, that brings that inside balance into the system. What's like now with that? What has been your process of finding that balance and finding that? How have you become more whole?
Breath, rhythm, joy. You know, you can fake it till you make it. You know, and it's about the layers. Layers. You have layers. You're young. You're a little girl, a boy. Life comes up and this conditioning from your parents and this life and then there's school and it's like, you put this armor on. It's like, shit, I can't breathe.
Yeah, there's no space to be here.
No, exactly. They're like, oh, let's do some breath work. Whoa, let's do some, oh wow. Yeah. You know, oh, let's laugh. You know, and they're like, woo, this smells really good. I like this. I want more of that.
Yeah.
Oh, if I do that every day, what happens? And then boom. And then you go into the quantum, which is quantum breathwork. For example, what you were saying is like this inner child. The most potent way, I would say, to deal with yourself is to reconnect with your inner child. And when you do that, you have to be in a certain frequency. So when you're in that frequency, you are connecting to your nervous system. And when you're in your nervous system, you can bring in the question, how come? And then you get an answer from your inner child. And then you go in and you have a conversation. Like, okay, well, what do you say? Should we partner up on this one?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Are we playing on the same team?
Yeah, exactly. And then boom, you merged. And so it really is about frequencies merging, dissolving. If you see it that way, it doesn't have to be so complicated.
No.
You know?
You don't have to mentalize too much.
Yeah. Do it. Do the work. And you can only do like 10, 15 minutes a day. If you do it every morning, this shaking and the da-da-da, reconnecting with yourself, it's like, you know, it's like always like cleaning up in your house.
Yeah, brushing your teeth.
Yeah, well, yeah. And then you can just brush just a little bit more so that you get even better. And then you get all the toothpaste and
fine-tuning.
Exactly. And then your teeth are just going to be like, woo, radiating.
Yeah. That's what I guess when it comes to like yoga and breath work, how it connects us to our vitality and strength that we have on the inside, and the deeper layers of our being that are much more powerful and eternal and real and truthful than all the junk, all the thoughts that we tell ourselves, all the stories, all the mental patterns. We can kind of breathe them away. Yeah. Like if we actually go in for it. I've had some profound experiences when I've been in the breathwork sessions that I'm like, wow, I'm so powerful. Like there's so much love within me. There's so much light within us. But we get so stuck in our like being in society and in the world. That's just like human conditioning and part of the experience of being human. That breath and it opens us up from the inside. Like creates more space, creates more freedom. Like makes the shifts happen from the inside out.
Exactly. It's funny when you say that. It's I've come to. I always try and change. When you say it's part of being a human experience, I would change that around and say, I don't know. I'm really out on a limb here, but like I feel like being human for me today, after doing all this work on myself, it's incredible, and we are so powerful. We have no idea. And being in society is one thing. It's not maybe the experience of being a human. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's like, you know, I think that it's honoring being a human and saying, I'm a human being and I have all these gifts. inside of myself, self-healing gifts. I have telepathy if I want to, but go into it. I have an intuition. I can connect with someone energetically from another side of the world. There's so much you can do. And if you bring a mind into it, of the things of like, okay, the day-to-day life, which is the third dimension, 3D reality that we're in right now. So I would say that this is being a human in the third dimension, but maybe being a human in the fifth or the sixth is completely different than being a human in the third. So that's why I just kind of
love that.
Yeah. It's actually really nice because it's freeing. You don't have to.
And also to realize that because paradise is it's a state of mind, right? Like, or the inner freedom and the inner liberation, that's regardless of the external. It's like that limitlessness, or that freedom of spaciousness of love, or that space of acceptance and forgiveness. Like, we can access it. It's nothing external can affect our access or our ability to access it.
No, exactly.
I love this guy called Nick, who founded this movement practice called Primal Moves, because he discovered yoga in prison. He was like, the irony was that it was in the prison that I became free, because he discovered yoga and breath, different positions. So he got free in his mind. He like liberated himself. I think he was in prison for like 7 years, but he found yoga and started devoting himself to that path, and it's free.
It's like Gandhi.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of. Yeah.
It's cool. And that is really what it is, It's freedom. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Okay, I think that we're off to start. Just be free. Peace and love.
No, we're gonna like annoy everyone.
Yeah. You don't want to just be a cliche.
Yeah. Let's go have a drink.
Exactly. Now that's actually another thing that I would like to talk to you about like sobriety and that recovery process, because you were in rehab, right? Yeah. And today you don't drink or do it.
No, I mean, the thing is, what I had a problem with was when I went to sobriety was that I had a disease that is incurable, which is bitter which is pregnancy. So I did. I'm an addict, and I have a disease called addiction, and I'm never going to get out of it. I did not like to say that at the meetings every day and hear everyone say it. It's what I was just saying about how the third 3D dimension is like, okay, if I say that, then it is so. But I don't have a problem. I had a problem then. So, because I didn't have a life. Now, I wanted to get into the place where I don't have to be afraid of anything. Like, oh, don't take that. Yeah. No.
Oh, that's not freeing the mind.
You're gonna fall into it again.
Yeah.
Like all this, no.
That's like a fear-based.
Yeah, fear-based thing. So it's like, I really, of course I was sober for a really long time. I really like a glass of champagne from time to time. I really like wines from time to time. But the problem is that if I feel woozy in my head, I hate it. So I wish that they could do like really good alcohol without alcohol. As a really good wine. They're starting to have that now, but it's not the same thing really. But so that's where I don't
label yourself.
I don't label myself, and it's like if I have drunk a glass of champagne, a good glass, it has to be good. It can't be cold. No, if I'm gonna drink, it has to be really, really good. And then the next day I know, okay, well, what? No, not a big deal. I had fun. Now I'm just gonna go to the gym, and and I think that it's the feeling afterwards if you give yourself bad or whatever. So it's how you manage everything.
Yeah.
So I think that balance in everything, and for me, it's just like I feel better when I don't drink.
Yeah.
I feel better when I am just in my space. I feel like I get miracles every single day when I am completely like nothing. So I'm really connected to what I call you. Everything.
Yeah.
I'm just connected. I'm just connected. my heart is there. Everything is aligned. Boom, boom. Okay, give me I have a communication. I have a communication with myself, and that's what I want. The other stuff is terrible. Yeah. It's like, okay, good, really good champagne. Okay. And then like that. So that's
I resonate a lot with that. Because the thing is, for me, it's so priceless to be have your own consciousness, like, for yourself, and not feel that you're getting like cluttered or foggy or getting like chemical imbalances. It's more like the mental effect that I don't make it worth it. Like, sometimes I like to, if it's an occasion, it's something celebratory, it's like an intentionality around it, and it's like, all right, this is also part of it, don't worry, like, I'll be good tomorrow, I know how to get myself back. But then once you start to build that kind of momentum that you get from being sober in life, as you said, like miracles, that's the experience. I'm like, miracles. The daily, ordinary, mundane life, experiencing it sober is magic. Yeah. Like, I don't want anything to clutter that experience, because it's this small delicacy, and you're more open, you're more clear, you're more receptive to the senses, to the like visual, to the beauty of the planet. That kind of feeling is so worth it for me. So that it's not even, oh, it's so difficult to not drink. It's like, I don't have any interest for it, because I'll have so much fun, even like going out or doing whatever, totally sober, because it's like, wow.
Yeah. Alcohol restricts you.
Yeah.
Restricts me.
Yeah.
It makes you like fun for a while, but then it's restricted. You get tired, you gotta go home.
Yeah.
It's restriction. So yeah, totally.
Yeah. I can be out dancing a whole night sober, just give me like a coconut and some electrolytes.
It's hard for people to understand.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Because you just sound a bit crazy.
Yeah. But then there's a lot of work behind it.
Yeah.
That we've done.
That's true. You need to do the work, I guess, to get to that state of mind that it's nice to be with yourself sober.
Yeah, and I was just in Peru for 12 days of ayahuasca.
Oh, really?
Because I wanted to get in. I did it once. I always wanted to do it, but I never found the right person. And I found the wrong person 1 year ago, and I said, no, okay. I did the wrong experience, now I'm going to do it. I did it with the wrong person, and I really did. I thought it was the right person, but I did the wrong person. But so I said, okay, ayahuasca is not supposed to travel. So I'll go to where ayahuasca grows. So I went there and I got like
humbled.
Yeah, it's just so much love.
Yeah.
It's so much love, and it's like it really makes you so happy with who you are, and you don't need anything, any substance in any way. Because it's just what we say, it's magic. And to connect with for me, ayahuasca is a teacher, and she's, for me, the embodiment of Mother Earth. Or she's Mother Earth for me. It's Mother Earth talking to me when I do her. And so it's that love that I have after that experience for Mother Earth is incredible.
Wow. How long ago did you do it?
I did it like 2 months ago. And I always was up in the moon and the stars. And I always work with the central sun. But now realizing the power, the healing power of Mother Earth, incredible. All the herbs, everything comes from her. So we need to really take care of her well.
Definitely. I feel that when I've been living a lot in the jungle, to just lie on an empty beach in the middle of nowhere with myself and her, like intimate moments. But it's like the softening that happens in the nervous system and the body. Just, it's like almost feeling the heartbeat of the earth, and it's just like I bow towards the earth. I'm like, oh my God, you are so magnificent and powerful, and hold us all. And like forgive us all for everything that we do and all the like craziness that we put the earth through. And it's just like this is the most healing thing, to just like connect with the earth. And I guess with the ayahuasca you get the wisdom. Like
you get the wisdom. Yeah, I mean the trick is to have the intention. You really want to have the intention. And when you get the intention, and a tip is to. The intention being, show me love. Because then you'll have a really good experience.
Interesting.
Yeah, show me
That's a good one, because I feel that some people go and they maybe don't know why they go. They just like you consume ayahuasca almost like an experience, like a commercial experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, I'll do a quick fix thing.
Yeah.
So it's probably wise that people have that intentionality, and that sounds like a really powerful one.
Yeah, it is a powerful one. I got a lot of interesting insight from that. It was very cool.
And how do you integrate like afterwards? Because it feels like you need a bit of an integration period to let everything like land.
Yeah, of course, because what happens is that you see so much, and then you have to embody everything that you see. So then it's like, okay, I understood it because I saw it. Now let's go right back into life, and let's bring, put all the people that are supposed to be in your life, your actors in your movie, and let this play out.
Yeah.
So, then suddenly you're like, wow, it's actually playing out. Everything that I'm seeing is playing out. So then it's like a conversation with yourself, like, okay, this is hurting me, but hey, this is what I saw, and now it's playing out. It's very interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The more you connect to the divine intelligence of the entire system that we're in, I guess, because we're all just consciousness that's incarnated on this earth. That's how you see it. And also with the sobriety thing, the more you realize the intelligence, in the same way that the trees know when to grow their like seeds or their fruits, and there is such an underlying divine intelligence, and behind our entire life and the whole creation. Once you realize that, even if it's so cliche, like everything happens for a reason, but everything happens for a reason, and the puzzle that you are in, the life that you're in, the situationships, the people in your life, they are there to teach you. Like it's there for a reason, truly and deeply. But it is almost a bit overwhelming to even think about it that way. That we're so intertwined in one way, but we're also just natural things. Like it's the same as a plant or a flower, but we're also a flower. Like we go through our season, we know how to do it, but we kind of forget sometimes.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I really got that as well with ayahuasca, where like there's a system, like you have the trees, everything is connected, interconnected. You have mycelium, everything is there, and we're basically walking mycelium.
Yeah.
On this earth, like trying to make this. I don't know if that's the case, but it's if you in that, but then you have conditionings that make you disconnect from the truth.
Yeah.
And that disconnection from earth, from the system, from this harmony that is the destructive things, the destructive things that are bringing stress into our lives through our brains, is really important. That we have to no, I don't have to take this on. What is more important? This is one. Alignment. I'm sitting here, magnetic frequency from Mother Earth. Healing me by just taking out everything. Connecting. And not getting into this mind thing of survival mode. And you disconnect from everything because you think that you have to do something else in order to survive. Because it's some conditioning that has been taught that is not reality, that is not truth. So, yeah.
It's like we live I like the quote, we live in a cage with the windows wide open. You realize that we are like unconditional love, and there is nothing out there to get us. We get into your body, try to get out of your mind. Like the whole philosophy of yoga, like stilling the fluctuations of the mind, like come back to what's truly real and what you truly are and who you are. And I find that for me personally, like connecting with my truth, but also trying to question some of the thoughts that we tell ourselves, or the narratives, or this and that, to realize like what are the more universal truths here? What's the higher perspective?
And it's really about the questions.
Yeah.
You ask the question. Okay, why am I feeling like this? Wait for the answer. What is always having a question? I think this I'm spiritual, I'm going into spiritual. No. Just asking a question is the way forward, moving into yourself, it doesn't have to be more complicated than that. You don't have to follow a guru. You don't have to follow a system. You don't have to just ask yourself a question when you feel a certain way that you don't like to feel. Simplify.
Yeah. That's the thing that we sometimes, and we spoke about this briefly before the recording started, that self-help, personal growth, this can get a bit too commercialized. Oh, I'm going to be your guide, like, listen to me, da da da. There's a lot of clutter in that space too.
Yeah.
But to realize that really we are our own guru, we know the best way forward. Sometimes we need to be reminded, or we need someone to help us or facilitate the space, or teach us the practice to get closer to our answers, but that actually our inner dialogue, that's where the biggest source is.
The magic happens.
Yeah, and to like strengthen that instead, and like the intuition, like for me, realizing the voice of intuition, and maybe starting to realize, oh, my intuition guided me towards this, and look how incredible this turned out, rather than that my mind would never even be able to make that up and the outcome or anything. It's just like following that small little whisper and letting it kind of be the compass in some way.
And that's like now scientifically proven, because we all know that there's a lot of science that's very important. And my friends used to not like it when I say that science is a bit behind. But now it's scientifically proven that the heart has more brain cells than the brain. That says a lot. So what does that mean? That means heart is really the boss of the brain. Yeah. So the brain is a really
slave.
Yeah, he's not our master. He's no. I like to call it our, he's our butler.
I like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's what he is. Put him to work when you need to solve a problem.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta do 5 sit-ups. Do it.
Yeah.
I'm just relaxing.
I love that. Yeah. But I like that regarding the heart. Like Joe Dispenza, for example, talks a lot about like heart coherence, and when we start to align the brain and the heart, we become very powerful. Because then we're like, okay, heart-guided decisions, heart-guided life, just living from the heart space. And I guess you talked about like ayahuasca showing you a lot about the love and things that we have. Everything comes from it.
Oh, yeah, it's a portal. It's the portal to the portal. This is everything. And I also want to say that it's, we have all our energy on the navel. So I think it's these 3 points that need to be aligned. So this one's...
Yeah, like solar plexus.
Yeah.
That's funny. I actually have a video on my channel called "The Heart as a Portal," because I find that it really is like when I tune into my heart, it's like zip, like something just expands my like for decisions, for what do I want to create in my life, what do I like. It's just like
I'm getting goosebumps. It's exactly that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm teaching in my classes, is like it's all about connecting with the heart. Because when you are in the heart, that's when the magic happens. That's when you see. That's when you connect to the quantum field. But that's like basically calling Google.
Yeah. It's like access point.
Google. Okay, heart, boom. Okay, what do I want to know? How am I feeling? How's my son feeling?
It's so intelligent.
Yes, you can get all the answers just by connecting.
Yeah.
But we have all those things that we're talking about, the onion. So you have to, from within, laughing, joy, so love is a frequency, joy is a higher frequency. So if you bring it to joy, then automatically your heart. So smile. Fake it till you make it. My students in my classes, they don't like it when I always tell them to smile. But it's so nice. When you fake it till you make it, you don't feel like smiling, you do it anyway, and then you just connect with that feeling, the sensation of what that smile does to you physically. And then you can slowly bring in the joy and dancing. Very, very important.
I love that. Music. Also.
Yeah, music, dance.
Yeah.
Fun.
Freeing.
Open up with a breath, do some dancing, laugh.
Yeah.
Sunset, sunrise.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah. Like, forget about the those things that we have to plug in to get, sometimes it's so nice. I don't know. I like to not have my batteries on full power because then I don't use my telephone so much because I have to save the battery. So it's a trick I have.
Wow, I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good trick.
Actually. It is a good trick.
Yeah. And also to be reminded like of the good old days when that would be the case quite often, that stuff ran out of battery, you couldn't charge anywhere, you were not connected. Like now, just in my life, I've seen a crazy change in technology. And I remember when you'd go on holiday when I was younger, and like you wouldn't have internet for like 2 weeks. You might go to like a cafe, an internet cafe, and you could connect and maybe send a photo to a friend or something. But like that for me is luxury, to be offline in that way, because then you really get that connection as well with yourself and with the magic in there, in existing like in the actual physical experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. My family is really annoyed at me. I can never get a hold of them. Good.
I go where the wind takes me.
Email me, maybe.
Send me posts.
Exactly.
That's actually a good segue, because I read that you became a mother when you, I guess, in terms of this day and age, maybe now in Stockholm, for example, I think the normal first born is around 30 something, and you became a mother at 24. Yeah. What has motherhood? Because I guess that's a topic that really surfaces on my channel, but in terms of like the love, the expansion of that, but also the evolution of consciousness that happens when we have a teacher at our doorstep that's going to show us the mirror, kind of, powerfully. And I guess you having that experience quite young, and I don't know where you were in your own process when you had your child, because it feels like you started out this rehab and everything pretty young. If you started modeling when you were 16 in Paris, maybe even younger, and then already at 24 you're at a stage where you're a mother.
Yeah, exactly. I became a mother 7 months after I left. I was 7 months free from alcohol. They said 1 year, but I was sober for a long time, many years. But like I got my son when I was got sober, because I fell in love with his father, and we had fun, and it was perfect. And I felt like what I needed at the time was I wanted to feel how it was like to want to jump in front of a car to save my son. Like, I wanted to feel how it is to love something so much that you don't care about.
You would die for it.
Yeah. I wanted to feel that, and I wanted to feel love. And then with that came responsibility, because I started modeling at 16 in Paris, drug addict, blah, 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 and then suddenly you have to become a mother. And I couldn't party anyway because I was, sober, so that was out.
Yeah.
And then my amazing son is now 27.
Really?
He's the most amazing, most beautiful kid in the world. Every mother says so. But he taught me how to be responsible, and he taught me how to love. And then I have another child when I was 14 years later, after I've been a yogi for a long time. And this boy taught me the physical love. So my first one was like, okay, here, I don't want to read.
Buckle up.
Yeah, exactly. And the other one was like, I need you. I cannot sleep if I'm not in your arms. My other one didn't want to be in my arms. But this one was like, that physical love is beautiful. Yeah. So I'm really happy I got my two sons that taught me love. Both of them taught me about love. And in different ways, very different ways. So yeah, kids are really the love shower. Really, it's most powerful thing that I've done. And I recommend not to take any epidurals. I recommend to do it because the first one I did it not natural. And he almost died because I didn't feel any. So it's like, oh shit, you gotta push him out.
Intervening with the natural process.
Yes. Yeah. And then I had to push him out really hard, and it's like I was like, either I die or he dies, but he's gotta come out. So we came to that point. This other guy, okay, I was a yogi at the time. So I was very I was really good at breathing. Yeah. And the sisters are like, oh, but you're not in enough pain. And I was like, open 8 centimeters. Yeah. And they just thought I still didn't want, it was enough pain. But it was beautiful. It was the most painful thing I've ever done. So now I can tell anyone, any guy that's like, whatever, that's like, oh, did you hurt yourself? I'm like, I've had a child. I've had a child, nothing hurts. Yeah. And it's just like an amazing thing because you think that, oh, it hurts here because you're, getting out of basketball. But it's not really that. It's the power of nature. It's those...
feeling that you're an animal.
Yeah, and they just come all over you, and it's like it's so powerful, and it's like it's an energy that comes into your body and just you're just kind of like,
sure that this child's delivered.
I'm just gonna relax here and be in pain, but it's okay. I'm just gonna let that energy just do whatever it needs to do.
Wow.
And if you can do that, if you can allow that and not surrender, not bring fear into it and be like, oh, I have to, then it's a really beautiful experience.
This is what I hear from women that have had like a natural birth and not intervened so much. And because if you actually trust the body, I mean, women have had babies for centuries. Yeah. Like the body knows how to deliver a baby, but often, I mean, I'm not, but I don't want to be like preaching too much because I haven't done it. But I think that the whole maybe hospital system creates a bit of fear as well because you're like maybe in a room with nurses that you don't know, you don't feel safe, and that kind of thing. But I think if the body feels safe and if you know how to breathe and if you're very trusting life, I guess, in general, because that's what's happening here, then I mean, some people have an orgasmic experience from what I've heard. I don't know how.
But I understand it.
It can be really powerful.
That's the energy I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's a painful one.
It's like an imperfect orgasm.
It goes on for hours.
I actually had a girl on the channel who'd done a lot of research. She hadn't had an orgasmic birth, but she wanted to try and have one for her second one. So she was doing a lot of research about it. So I said, do your research and then come back onto the channel and tell us about it.
Yeah, I want to see that one.
But that's so nice to hear about your story about becoming a mother. And you have that. What's your star sign, by the way?
My star sign is I'm all into something else. I'm in so many different systems. And the one I really connect with is, Venus, because Venus, I'm a Taurus, so it's a Venus, Taurus, and then the Sun. And then the Sun is in my 5th house, whatever. So I'm the Sun, I'm Venus, I like beautiful things, I have to make sure that I don't too much.
Not
too attached to physical reality of life. Hence my
You're refined.
Yeah, like, exactly.
Only the best.
Only the best, exactly. No gluttony here.
No, because I just thought you come across as a very fiery, powerful woman.
That's where the Sagittarius comes from. Sagittarius ascendant. Yeah. 5 minutes from being an Aries, but I am a Taurus, and I kind of like being a Taurus because I like my home. I like being... So I connect much more with being a Taurus. It's not so sexy, but the Sun is sexier, and Venus is very sexy. And Taurus is Venus. I don't see the connection, but they are connected. It's the same thing. So it's interesting. But
yeah, that was just the side track. Okay, well, I guess that there's so many things I want to ask you, but one thing that I'm curious about you because you do the Kundalini yoga, you do the breath, you do the quantum field. I would love to hear a bit more about the quantum field.
Oh. Well, yeah, my frustration as a Kundalini yoga teacher was that people would come to me and they would become addicted to coming to.
Yeah.
So I
was outsourcing their power.
Yeah, a little bit like, and also I think it's also because I didn't have the right tools. You do the yoga. If you do the yoga, then it's going to work. But people don't do the yoga because they have egos and they don't want to change or shift because there's another reason underneath the changing and the shifting that they haven't gotten to yet.
Yeah.
We were talking about talking to the inner child, for example. Yeah. That kind of work was not, you can do all the exercises you want, but if you haven't gotten to the root of the problem, then the problem will still be.
Yeah.
So that was like the frustration in me and this like always following inspiration. That's my thing. Always following inspiration. That's how I got out of my shit. And so I went to self-hypnosis. Started with self-hypnosis. And then I went to the best hypnotherapist here. And, even the people that, hypnose on stage. I studied all kinds of hypnotizing things.
Yeah.
And then there was one guy that just stood out. I was like, whoa. I want to learn from this guy. So I learned from him for about 4 years about the quantum field. Quantum and healing, becoming a healing quantum healer, and the way you can actually go into parallel realities and to
Kristina.
Yeah, maybe I don't follow her so much, but she's super cool.
In the field.
Yeah, she's super cool. But yeah, so everything happens here and now, and they're different, and everything happens in different dimensions. Yeah. So you can. Even now, science has come up with this now as well. Yeah. You can shift something in the now to have shifted in the past.
Yeah.
So that science, I just read an article about that the other day. So, cool, science is coming. I'm going to say that to everyone that gets annoyed at me when I say this. But no, I love, it's what I do is the quantum. And for me, quantum right now is really the internet. It's really going in and I can see clearer than I see in the physical realm.
Yeah.
Very beautiful colors and everything. So
sacred geometry.
That's I do when I speak light language. Then sacred geometry comes up, and then also ayahuasca, obviously. It's that's when you can create a change.
Yeah.
And once you know that this science exists. I call it science. I don't know what you call it. But since I know this exists, I want to teach it. I want people to understand it. And that is about us being human, how incredible we are.
Yeah.
We have so many gifts.
Yeah.
But the problem is that we give out our attention, as you were saying, to other people, thinking that they know better than us.
Yeah.
But no, and I get goosebumps when I say it. You are so different. You are born in different star constellations. I'm born in different. Yeah. We cannot have the same method. No. Some people see more. Some people feel. Some people know. Some people have all of them. You don't have to be jealous of the person that has all of them because you're so much better knowing that person. Yeah. So it's like just disconnect, be you, and just be in that frequency of love portal, which is the portal to the quantum.
Yeah.
And then the more you dwell, the whole COVID phase, my poor boyfriend at the time, he was just lying in my bed 4 hours a day.
It's nice when you start to access like bliss, because you're like, I don't want to do anything else.
Yeah, and then I put my yoga practice to the side, so my whole body was like...
Probably.
Yeah, like, what's going on? You know, because I felt so much energy. Like, how can I, just by focusing on this frequency and direct it to wherever I want, how can I feel so much bliss? Wow, magic. So yeah, that's what I'm teaching now, is to get you first. I went back to the yoga again now.
Yeah.
And then to let's fertilize the ground, open up the heart, and
Yeah.
then boom, go into quantum breaths, and then nervous system, and then shift. That is what I'm.
Because that will energetically shift your
Yes.
entire perception of reality.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because what you have inside is what you mirror outside. It reflects it and you resonate with it. So it's the frequency. So we were talking about manifesting something, right?
Yeah.
So what about feeling it being whatever you want to manifest? Magnet comes to you. Yeah. Without the brain doing anything. So
because that's the thing, we're only frequency. Like
yes.
On a cellular level, we are just vibration.
Yes. Hence, frequency yoga.
Yay! Woo! Okay, well, tell us about that then, because that's upcoming.
Yeah, it's upcoming. I'm actually working on a teacher training.
Wow.
Yes.
I'd be intrigued.
Ooh. Yeah, I only want people that are yoga teachers.
Yeah.
Because then you can go to, I want more quality.
Yeah.
We already have a lot of yoga teachers. I don't want quantity, I want quality.
Yeah.
So, so I'm working on that and realizing the importance of the spine, and I'm having a lot of fun with it, and that's why I don't know if this is going to be my second book or my third book, or I don't know yet, but I am working on the website. The website is done soon with all these exercises and healing, quantum healing with quantum breaths and stuff. So just to have tools for people to feel better.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we need this in the world. Just to feel better without having labels on it. Yeah. I don't want it to this is my kind of yoga. No, it's frequency shift. Yeah. Yoga. You just shift your frequency. Yeah. It's not like it's just that. Yeah. And it can be anything. It can be like downward dog. Yeah. Because it shifts your energy. Yeah. That combined with laughing, it shifts your energy. Yeah. It doesn't have to be anything. No. So away with
I like that approach.
Yeah. Union. Unify everything.
Yeah.
For the sake of love.
And I think as well when it comes to because that's something that why I come back to my daily practice. Coming into meditation, coming into my body is to kind of come into my heart and start the day from that space. Because it's at the end of the day, we have a counted number of days on the planet. Our life isn't that long. So you want the quality, and then how can I live each day with quality? And then you start to become okay, maybe it's frequency, it's how I'm feeling. It's the quality of my interactions with others. It's the quality of my decisions. Are they from the heart? Or do they feel meaningful to me? This kind of thing. So I really resonate with this approach. We need to shift the internal vibe and how we show up, because then the life is filled with a lot more magic just from these practices. I guess Kundalini is one technology to do the shifts. Exactly. The breath is a powerful one. Dancing is a powerful one. Connecting with what lights you up is a powerful one. The feeling I can have when I feel that alignment internally of I'm doing what I love, I'm feeling joy, I'm feeling purpose, I'm feeling expansive, I'm feeling infinite possibility. Yes. That feeling is priceless.
And people pay a lot of money to get drugs to feel that way in half hour. Yeah. I was in Ibiza this summer, and I did both Ibizas. I did the spiritual Ibiza. I love the northern. Yeah. And then I did some of the other stuff because I used to, do that many years ago. So I was like, how has it changed?
Oh, what? It hasn't changed.
It was really bad.
Really? Oh, that's so disappointing.
Before it was free. It was a lot more fun. People not even dancing. It was too crowded to dance. So it's that's also, now I'm thinking I'm going to do something called techno yoga. Yes. Which is the frequency yoga.
I do yoga to techno sometimes.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah. So now I'm working on the playlist and figuring things out. But yes, because what I want is to open everyone, and then boom, you're just going to want to dance.
100%.
Yes.
This is for me, music and yoga, that's my life.
Yeah.
I listen to electronic music almost all day because it explains how my mind is how I'm feeling. Like it's because
exactly.
it's such an elevated frequency.
Yes.
Oh, that's so fun. Like I literally practice yoga to electronic music, and sometimes I'm like, I'm crazy.
No.
But it's, for me, that's the way.
That's the way.
And I dance like an hour a day to like electronic music.
There's a reason why techno is so big. Because people love it. It's like a freeing thing. And it's also I've gotten into it a lot. Before I was more with a mantra and bringing in house with mantra, whatever. But now, because I make also music, mantra music, but now I want to do techno music. But what I love about it is like, it's so meditative.
Yes. It's transcendental.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So then if you bring in the breath and the movement in it, and the joy.
Crazy.
So you have to come to my class.
I would love to.
I love to work on a light show. Wow, disco.
I love that though, because that's something that I sometimes find with my personality. Like I love electronic music, and sometimes it's almost like, because of my very yogic lifestyle, I'm almost judging myself for that love and for that, like, sometimes I'm like, should I be a DJ? Because I just love electronic music, because that for me explains that high that I could feel after yoga and shavasana. Like for me, those energies are so aligned. Yeah. And it's the vibration, right? It's like why sound healing is a thing and everything, because we vibrate and we can vibrate with the music as well.
Exactly, and it's a rhythm.
Exactly.
All of the rhythm.
And it's beyond time and space.
Yeah.
Like preaching to the choir. Okay, cool. Well, that's exciting. And you also have the book coming out, your first book, and it sounds like there's a lot of books in you that will start coming out.
Maybe I just have to find. Now I'm really connecting with frequency shift yoga.
Yeah.
So I'm building that right now.
Yeah.
And then when that's done, because I like to finish my projects, then I'm gonna see, okay, what's next.
Yeah, one thing sounds wise. Also, it must be quite time consuming to write books about this kind of thing, because it's like you're pouring a lot of like intentionality and love, but also want to teach it in a way that makes sense to people
and know also what it is, what kind of book I want, because it's like it could be really fun to make a book of my spiritual path, the journeys of crazy gurus along the way, and you can maybe make it not as so biographical, but you can like enhance or really create these people even more crazy, so it can be kind of a fun, entertaining fun book, or it's going to be like this kind of like technical book.
Yeah.
So, but I like to have fun.
Yeah, so. I feel like there's a lot of fun. Yeah. It feels like you've lived like a very, in one way, like rock and roll life. I don't want to say like not, but it feels like you seek into life, and I can relate a bit to that, like seeking into yoga. Like I can almost become addicted to yoga. I've had phases where it's like, Natalie, balance. Like I'm a very passionate person, yes, and in fact, I find that you have a lot of different qualities, I guess, and you're a leader and you do this and that, and I'm curious then, after all this seeking or searching or journeying for yourself, what are we talked about love, and that's like the big theme and the purpose of the existence in one way, but what have been your like biggest insights on your spiritual journey, and the biggest teachings and the most profound? Have there been moments that have been like, this is a moment, or this experience, or this person was really influential, this carved the way, or this, you said that you followed inspiration to get out of like the darkness. Was there a person that inspired you? Were you your own inspiration? Like, how is your path forged?
Well, I think that I feel like I've always felt very different than many people. I've always been different, and I've been wanting to be like everyone, because you want to fit in the mold. Even as a model, it's like I was a little taller than most people, and I wanted to fit in the mold. And then when you feel that you don't really fit in the mold that everyone is in, it creates kind of like you feel
There's something wrong.
Yeah, and you don't feel so confident. You're like, oh. So I feel like actually landing in who I am and realizing that, oh wow, people don't see through me the way I can see through them.
Yeah.
That's so free.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, they don't know everything about me.
Yeah.
So then it's like, you kind of put people back from a pedestal that you put them on to where they really are, and you put yourself maybe in the center and saying, okay, we're all so different.
Yeah.
It doesn't, why try to be like anyone when all I can do is to just be me and to be in my space and be the happiest I can be at all times. And you were saying something about addiction or like that you're addicted to yoga. I'm always searching, and that's always till the day I die. I'm always gonna
it's curiosity.
Bend on every word and everything, and I'm really like starting to, because I want to help people with addiction. But I want to not do it the way that I was taught, but rather and changing the word addiction to maybe just inspiration. Oh, right now I'm really inspired by taking these lines of Coke.
Yeah.
It could just be a word.
It doesn't have to,
no, it doesn't have to be a label that I'm sick and I'm thin and
I'm suck and I'm so weak.
Yeah, so what's the consequence of you doing that? Okay, so are you inspired by doing that? Like, you know what I mean? Oh, you have to take responsibility for things. So it's always about trying to what I've understood is that I am my own individuality. I'm sovereign. I want to be free. The only way that I can be free is to be sovereign and not be attached to anything else outside of me. It could feel very selfish.
Yeah.
No, I believe also tribes. I believe that building a tribe is not about like going and I'm going to be in a tribe now. Everybody has their shit. So at one point, there's going to be one person that want to lead everyone. The other person's going to feel this rejected, whatever, because they still have problems with themselves. Work on your sovereignty. Be sovereign. Then you can build a tribe. When you're sovereign, when you're free. Boom. And that's when you can connect to all the beautiful spider webs in the world and make the world a better place.
And I think I love that approach, first of all. And I think what you say there about individuality, like, I think there's someone who said that, like, the greatest gift to the world we can do is our own evolution of being ourselves. That's what we need to do. Like, stay close to yourself, be who you are, and embrace the gifts that you have, because in that way you will contribute the most to society. And that's kind of how I see it as well. And I sometimes I see it play out in front of my eyes, just like over Europe when I've lived in like smaller towns, for example, small beach town. And I'm like, hey, nobody's really striving to be something that they're not in the town. Like, oh, he's totally fine with being the mail guy. And the town needs a mail guy that just delivers the mail, no fuss about it. Oh, he's totally fine with being the Italian with the coffee shop. Everyone's happy about it. He's happy about sharing the coffee. Everyone's happy that he has a beautiful coffee shop. And that kind of, like, not questioning, and as you said, like, not trying too hard. Just try it for yourself to be exactly who you are, because then that way, in some synchronistically miraculous way, it feels like you end up where you should be and serve the society in the way that you should serve the society without, like, oh, but I should be a lawyer, or I've got enough brain power to do this. But no, do what naturally comes out of you, and that in that way, trust that that's what you're here to do, kind of thing.
Yeah, the conditioning. I think it's also totally agree with you. And it's again that manifestation thing of what am I? Because what am I is what you're going to resonate and attract.
Yeah.
So it's like, I want to this.
Yeah.
Okay, universe will be like, okay, we're just gonna make it happen for you.
Yeah.
If you focus on the stuff that you don't have, it's like, oh well, I see that you like to be in lack, so let's continue.
I'll show you that
lack.
story.
Yeah. And I think it's really important to trust that. Is with our conditioning today, it's really hard to trust that we lie. We have all the power within us because we're amazing human beings that are amazing on this planet. And then, what frequency do you want to live in? What density? Third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Choice. 9. Cats are in 9th dimension.
I like cats. They're very sovereign. They mind their own business.
Study the cat.
Yeah. I love that. And would you say when it comes to, I guess you're a teacher now, like many years you've been a teacher, do you have any teacher, any modality, it feels like now you are an inventor, you feel very forward thinking, like you said, science is not really in the domain where like quantum and all those things, even though I guess physics and spirituality, for me it's
same.
Yeah, we're talking E equals MC2. It's
for sure.
It's the same. And I'm a very, like, in my background, very academic. Like, I studied natural sciences, physics, maths. I went to business school. Like, for me, it's not a separation. These fields, they talk to each other. But what would you say in terms of, like, now, I guess because you're in a space where you've lived a long life. You have a lot of teachers. You have a lot of experience. You've explored. You've had a family. Like, you've done a lot of things. It feels like you're in a very exciting place where it's more like Kristina time. Like, I can create books. I can create this program. You're a well of knowledge now, ready to like start to maybe sit there. This is just the feeling that I get around you, that you're just getting started on big things. And I'm just curious to hear more, like, what's your dreams going from here? What's your visions? What's your desires? Or what does your heart want to do? Like,
my heart wants to have fun.
Oh, I love
and
that.
I want to have fun with a lot of people. And I want to dance in the sunset. And I'm going to build that. And we're all going to be happy.
Yeah.
And an amazing frequency. And joy. Fun.
Yeah. That's the thing I think that we forget sometimes. The purpose of it all. Like, sometimes you can go deep in your own processes and you're like, okay, it'll work, la la la, and it can almost get that you're like losing touch with the basic things as well. And the fun of just meeting some friends and just talking about the mundane stuff too, and not getting too carried away in like optimization or health, or being like, oh, but I have to do my yoga at 1 hour then and this and that, because then it can become suddenly you're limiting yourself.
Exactly. And if you have that frequency of wanting to have fun wherever you are, moment to moment, then you're already living it.
Yeah.
Then you don't need to create it because you're already living it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's from there. Yeah. Oh, wow.
And then suddenly you're like, oh, wow, I'm around 100 people, we're all having fun.
Yeah.
And then the sunset, oh, did I just manifest that? The constant meditation.
Okay, well, I don't know what time we're at. Okay, it's more than an hour. I guess we wrap it up for this time, but I feel like we can do another episode in the future. It would be amazing. But what would you want to pass? You talked about the addiction thing, that maybe you can reinvent that whole, even how we approach it, rather than like, okay, now you need to go to the anonymous alcoholics, this and that. Maybe there's other ways to make it also feel more appealing and inviting, and actually encourage people to move through with it that need it. Because I guess many people that are prone to addiction, it's a lot because you are a sensitive person and that you do pick up things. And we talked about having heightened senses and seeing the world in bright colours. Sometimes you need to numb that because it's too intense to feel a lot and sense a lot and see through what's not being said.
Exactly.
Reading things and seeing life very in one way clearly. That's what I find. A lot of those people are the ones who suffer most. even though
goosebumps, beautiful, yes.
Yeah, and I feel passionate because I can relate to being that way too. So I feel passionate about those people. For me, it's been finding yoga and that path to realize, oh, I'm a sensitive person. I need to take care of myself maybe in a slightly different way. And sometimes it's overwhelming. So I need practices that help me, as you say, like breath, yoga, movement, clean up the diet, don't interfere too much with chemicals, this kind of thing. So now I'm going out on a tangent without being sensitive. But I'm just thinking if you have any tips or advice or something like a message for these, or for people in general, but parting words for this conversation when it comes to
follow the joy. Follow the joy, and don't be ashamed of following your joy. And for that, it's like listening. Okay, what makes me happy? Okay, start with that question. What makes me happy? What makes me feel? How does joy feel? Where does it feel in my body? And be in the joy, because then you automatically come into your heart, and then you automatically manifest joy in your life. It doesn't have to be harder than that.
No, that's not overcomplicated.
Exactly. I have 50,000 books. I don't fucking care. Follow the joy.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much for being here and for sharing so generously. It was a really nice moment with you. I'm very grateful that we had the opportunity to sit down and chat a bit.
We had fun.
We had fun. And I'm curious to follow what you create from here, because there's a lot of cool stuff in the pipeline.
Yeah, and maybe I'll just be on the beach feeling the joy. You don't know.
You don't know where the joy will take you.
We don't know.
Well, we'll see. That's the magic of it all.
You have to come to my first techno yoga class.
I absolutely will be there. Let me know when I'll be front row. Ready for the experience.
Good.
Well, thank you everyone for listening. And the community says thank you to Kristina. And I'll be back here again soon in the future. Sending you lots of love. Peace out.